Welcome to Ring the Bell Combat TV. It's your boy Dan the Man. Please press that subscribe button if it's your first time watching. Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury this upcoming Sunday, the 26th of February. What can I say? There's a lot to say about this fight, you know. I don't really entertain these type of YouTube fights, but I'm not too mad at them because I truly believe, first and foremost, boxing's put itself in this position, man. You know, because we're not getting a lot of great fights in boxing. We're not really getting the fights that we want to see, and that's how someone like a Jake Paul can come and captivate people's imagination. You know, bring a lot of, and you know what? He brings a lot of eyes to the sport, so I can't be too mad at Jake Paul. And to be honest with you, out of all these YouTubers that's jumped into the sport recently, I've got to take my hat off to Jake Paul. I think he's really dedicated himself to the sport. He's not doing it for just entertainment purposes. I really feel like he's accidentally fallen in love with the sport, and I think he does respect the sport. So yeah, hats off to the guy. But anyway, going into the fight, conventional wisdom says Tommy Fury should win. You know, just going by the fact that he's the professional boxer. Yes, with limited experience, but he's actually the boxer. He's the proper boxer, so to say, out of the two. But I don't think it's an easy one for him. There's a lot of pressure on Tommy Fury. A lot of pressure, guys. Put the Fury name aside. You've got people in the boxing world that's looking at it like, you got to represent the sport correctly, my guy. You can't lose to this YouTuber, you know. And that's an added, there's a lot of added pressure on Tommy Fury, man. Especially when you got your own brother, Tyson Fury, saying, if you lose to this guy, you're going to have to change your name, my guy. You can't be a Fury and lose to this guy. There's a lot of pressure on Tommy Fury. And I heard Spencer Fearon say he doesn't think Jake Paul would have taken this fight if he didn't believe he can beat Tommy Fury. And I agree with him. I really feel like Jake Paul fancies himself in this fight. He really does. And I actually think, look, one thing we can agree on, let's put their skills level aside. Jake Paul can bang. Jake Paul's got power, man. There are people who are just naturally gifted with punching power. You know, punchers are born, not made. You can improve in your power and all that, but natural power, not everyone's got it. And I think Jake Paul has discovered that. Well, we've all discovered that he's got it because he's knocked out fighting, man. Yeah, we can say the Tyron Woodleys are not past their best and everything, but Tyron Woodley he's still a fighting man. Whether it's MMA or boxing, if you have punching power, you've got punching power. You know? Francis Ngannou, it's not just in a boxing ring, can still take out guys with his punching power. Nothing's changed. If you have punching power, you have punching power, and I think Jake Paul has good, decent power. And I've got to be honest, man, a lot of the cruiserweights are avoiding, I feel like, a lot of the cruiserweights don't really want to get in there with Jake Paul, if I'm being totally honest. Because imagine losing to him. He's a case of who needs him. You know? If you're someone who's already in the rankings and you're trying to climb up there and, you know, climb your way up the ladder, you do not want to lose to someone like Jake Paul, you know? And getting in there with my man, you know that he's got a puncher's chance. Now, if we're talking about skills, then yeah, there's a lot to be desired in it. But you can't deny the man's power, man. The man's got decent power. And once you have that, you've always got a puncher's chance in it. So that's one thing that I feel like a lot of people in that division would not want to get in there with Jake Paul, knowing that. But then saying that, Jake Paul would most probably, unless you're fighting for a title, Jake Paul's most probably all those guys' his biggest payday. So there's a catch-22 there, really, when you think about it, because you can avoid him if you feel like, yo, I could potentially one day work myself to a position where I could be a contender for a belt. But then again, you might not get there. Not a lot of boxers get to that. So Jake Paul then does start to look like a good option if you just want that payday, basically. Because Jake Paul would give you your biggest payday apart from a title. Yeah. But anyway, on to the fight. I'm struggling with this one, guys. I really am. Because I haven't seen much from Tommy Fury that impresses me like that, you know? I haven't. Both guys are fairly novices, but this is where the pedigree's more with Tommy Fury. Yeah, the pedigree's more with Tommy Fury. You gotta remember, man, he's from a fighting family. You know? Tommy Fury most probably laced boxing gloves as soon as he can walk. Most probably been going to boxing gyms from a very young age. He's from that family, man. It's a culture. You know? And to lose against someone who just a few years ago was a YouTuber, just doing his thing on YouTube, being clowning or whatever. Not to downgrade his thing, but yeah. To lose against someone like that, it'll be a hard pill to swallow for Tommy Fury. And but I don't know. I really don't know which one I'm leaning. To be honest, if I'm being honest, what I've seen from Jake Paul in his last few fights, I feel like he's turning into a decent boxer, man. He's taking the sport serious. He's taken the sport serious and he's got decent power. And but one thing I would say though, I don't like the fact that the WBC is gonna rank the winner of this fight. That's a joke thing. That is an absolute joke. None of these fighters have fought anyone of any significance. None of these fighters have fought anyone near the ranking levels even, so to say. But then you're going to make them jump the queue just like that. But then that's where we are in boxing. Once again, I keep saying, boxing shoots itself in the foot. This is where we are. Love it or hate it, Jake Paul is bringing a lot of eyes to the sport of boxing. What can you say? It's business at the end of the day. You know? So, if boxing ain't going to be giving the people the fights, then people like Jake Paul, who's bringing a lot to the sport, a lot of eyes, putting bums on seats, who am I to argue if he's jumping the queue, man? We're not getting the exciting fights that we want as often as we would like. So this is what you get, man. You get someone like Jake Paul that comes and brings a bit of excitement to the sport. And hey, Some of these governing bodies, they want a piece of that, yeah, a piece of that money, man. Money talks at the end of the day. But anyways, for my prediction, I say Tommy Fury by decision. And again, I'm not 100% sure. But I'm going with the conventional wisdom. I'm going with I don't even know if it's a safe bet, but I think Tommy Fury should have enough know-how and enough boxing experience. Not professionally, but I think just overall boxing experience. He should be able to navigate his way through this fight and get the victory by decision. But that's my prediction. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. And yeah, I'll say Tommy Fury by decisions. Anyway, spin your boy, Dan the Man, ring the bell, Combat TV. Like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. Salute.